The Nine Ladies Stone Circle is located in England, to the west of River Derwent, close to Bakewell in the Peak District. Most of the stones were thought to have been made in the Bronze Age, which is around 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. Although they're called the Nine Ladies, there were actually 10 stones in the circle, but the 10th stone fell and is now flat. The 10th stone was first located in 1977. There's another stone which is part of the stone circle, but it's separate from the actual circle. It is called the Kingstone, and the Kingstone is about 40 meters to the west-southwest of the circle. These stones form a ring that is approximately 38 by 34 feet, because ancient methods of creating circles weren't as advanced as they are today.
The first person to ever have a written record of the stone circle is Major Hayman Brooke in 1782. The name of the circle comes from a folktale around the area. The folktale says that 9 women were dancing on Sabbath Sunday to the music of a fiddler, and they were all turned to stone for this. In another version, the story says that the 9 ladies were actually all witches or pagans, and that they were petrified for this. Legend is that the fiddler is the Kingstone, and the 9 stones are the 9 ladies. It's said that the Kingstone, or fiddler, comes to life once every year to play his music.
The Nine Ladies Stone Circle is a place for ceremonies and burials, and could even be a territorial marker. Little is known about the reason or time that the stone circle was built, or even what it was used for, but some possible reasons that the stone circle were made were to serve as a link between earth and sky and living and dead. Even in modern day, it's a place for events for all sorts of people. While some people visit to leave offerings tied to the offering tree for their loved ones who have passed, others come to perform pagan rituals.
No matter what you believe or why you may visit, the fact is that the Nine Ladies Stone Circle is one with beautiful landscapes, but yet an eerie feel. The mystery behind this historical stone circle may never be discovered. The Nine Ladies is also known to leave people with a peculiar feeling and experiences.
One of these experiences is that of a forum user in 2007. Her experience starts with her visiting the circle and the air around her being quiet. There were no sounds of birds, and even the wind was quiet. The silence was deafening, and all she heard were the sounds of her footsteps and the footsteps of her boyfriends. As she approached the stone through a gate, she felt scared and fatigued. She couldn't even stand. Her boyfriend had to help her stand and leave the area. This begs the question, what energy was flowing through the Nine Ladies Stone Circle and why? Peculiar events like this are plentiful at the Nine Ladies, and there are articles after articles about spooky experiences here.
The mysterious stone circle is in trouble though. One problem that the Nine Ladies has to confront is a quarrying happening in areas around it. The government granted permission to quarry around 50 years ago when people were not as concerned about the environmental impacts. As the quarry produces more and more spoil, the Nine Ladies Stone Circle and surroundings are at risk of pollution. On top of that, there are other quarries that are being planned just 200 meters away from the Nine Ladies.
Eco-warriors have been camping out near the stone circle to protest the quarries, which could have detrimental effects on the Nine Ladies and surrounding historical landmarks. The plans to reopen the 2 old quarries are unlikely to carry through because of the backlash. The quarries aren't the only thing that are causing harm to the stone circle, though. Visitors and tourists often leave trash, an environmental footprint that's hard to reverse. Around 40,000 people visit the stone circle every year, and this leaves damage from boots to campfires. Because of this, the soil has been eroding faster, leading to the discovery of the previously covered 10th stone. Visitors also damage the area by leaving holes from campfires and taking off parts of the 4,000-year-old stones as souvenirs.
Another problem facing the Nine Ladies today is vandalism. In 2014, some locals painted some of the 4,000-year-old rocks, putting the Nine Ladies in danger. The rocks are ancient, and modern-day paint contains chemicals which harm the stones. 550 frequent visitors of the stone circle were enraged, but were advised by the authorities not to try to remove the paint themselves, as this could cause further damage to the stones. Police and investigators tried to find out who's behind this defiling of the Nine Ladies, but the perpetrator was never found.
The Nine Ladies is a beloved stone circle to tourists and locals who've grown close to the stone circle. Many couldn't imagine living without the Nine Ladies, and would protect it at all costs. Whether you visit the Nine Ladies to walk your dog, have a picnic, or to perform pagan rituals, it's a spot that has held significance for the past 4,000 years and will continue to in the future.